win the title. I don't have to think too heavy, I can remember. City centers hella cold in the December. The roads that I'm from will turn you to a contender. I'm a Jean-Claude Van Damme, there's no surrender. You didn't know money when the bally meant this trally's up. When I'm saying money, I'm not talking about Pacquiao. It's funny how the tables turn, you're not Ricky Hatton. Tonight I have to let me pull my body down. When you was hitting bags, I was still bagging up in mommy's house. You was in the Philly shell when I was getting patted down. Prison cell, swimming in my thoughts, trying not to drown. Shadow boxing in my pad, I hit the gym when I got out. Ooh, the dogs with me, walks with me, barks with me, go to war with me. That's war with my full city, war with me. That's war with the 6-1. Ooh, the dogs with me, walks with me, barks with me, go to war with me. That's war with my full city, war with me. That's war with the 6-1. Become your rivals, you know the hustle paid. You know you took your lemons and turn them to lemonade. I'm from money where the police are getting with. And that's a true story, that's not something you just say. Undisputed, we're the undisputed ones. We want it to be gangster, yeah, we want it to be dons. We end up in the can and I don't mean a Rubicon. I've always been a champion, I've done this on my ones. I've been running up hills, I've been banging out weights. I've been beating up the heavy bag, I'm training every day. Had to fight for these mills, had to lose a couple mates. Sacrifice after sacrifice, that's the only way. Undisputed, they thought that I could do this. I said I'd be a legend, they all thought I was deluded. The pain's deep rooted, the game's diluted. These rappers aren't gangster, they're all capping in their music. In my soul I can feel it, in my soul I can feel it. There's always been a deeper meaning, I wrestle with my demons. I wrestle with my demons. The road's always been appealing, there was holes in my sneakers. There was holes in my sneakers. I had to go and get that beat and I don't know what I'm feeling. I don't know what I'm feeling. I just know that I'm in deep. Ooh, the dogs with me, walks with me, barks with me, go to war with me. That's war with my full city, war with me. That's war with the 6-1. Ooh, the dogs with me, walks with me, barks with me, go to war with me. That's war with my full city, war with me. That's war with the 6-1.
All in my eyes, enemies only can see my demise. Envision my downfall, it's not in my view. I only look up, I will not be subdued. Can never submit, position is grip. The mission persists like it's built out of bricks. In the gym I commit, knocking shit out of shit. Hit equipment till I lose the feel in my fists. Precision my gift, decisions are swift. At home in the ring, it's like I live in this beat. And I'm undisputed, so undisputed. Yeah, pound for pound, 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 pound for pound. What feel like the night of the fight? Feels like the fight of my life. Lighting my fire, can't even remember which finger is injured or what tired is like. Train through the pain, flipping them tires. Barbells was lifting them skyward and higher. I ran through the rain, work till I'm drained. Put on headphones and do it all over again. Chains clang from hitting the bag. Throwing them fast, trying to fold it in half. Footwork rehearsed till I float in the flash. Searching for weakness, immersed in my defense. Please, don't be too slow with the pads. But I'm still matching the motion it has. Shoulder rolling, find an opening and let them go like I'm holding the soul in my hands. Set it free, set it free, set it free. Flow like a butterfly, sting like a pound for pound, 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 pound for pound. Do it for my mama, do it for my father. Family affair, my whole family in here. I do it for the block, do it for the soldiers, do it for the sport, do it for the culture. And I'm undisputed, yeah, I'm undisputed. Do it for my father, do it for my mother. It's a family affair, my whole family in here. I did it for the past, I did it for the future, I did it for us all. That's why I'm undisputed. Pound for pound, 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 pound for pound.
You might just be the greatest boxing champion of all time. You see, man like me, I'm an undisputed champion of life. Ooh, the dogs with me, walks with me, barks for me, go to war with me. That's war with my full city, war with me. That's war with the 6-1. Ooh, the dogs with me, walks with me, barks for me, go to war with me. That's war with my full city, war with me. That's war with the 6-1. When your idols become your rivals, has a funny way of making you pick up the Bible. I've been hustling for the longest, the money's vital. Late night in the casino, I watched him win the title. I don't have to think too heavy, I can remember. The city centers hella cold in the December. The roads that I'm from will turn you to a contender. I'm a Jean-Claude Van Damme, there's no surrender. You didn't know money when the bally meant this trallies up. When I'm saying money, I'm not talking about back here. It's funny how the tables turn, you're not Ricky Hatton. Tonight I have to let me pull my body down. When you was hitting bags, I was still bagging up in mommy's house. You was in the Philly shell when I was getting batted down. Prison cell, swimming in my thoughts, trying not to drown. Shadow boxing in my pad, I hit the gym when I got out. Ooh, the dogs with me, walks with me, barks for me, go to war with me. That's war with my full city.
I need force, breaking down the walls by force, keeping my head above the border, screaming till I lose my voice. I need force, breaking down the walls by force, keeping my head above the border, screaming till I lose my voice. I can't stand by anymore, looking in from the outside. I know I can hold the fort, they can't keep my hands tied. I need strength to carry on, help me push it through. Oh, no one can save me from myself. I need force, breaking down the walls by force, keeping my head above the border, screaming till I lose my voice. I need force, breaking down the walls by force, keeping my head above the border, screaming till I lose my voice. Like a tidal wave, like a hurricane, nothing in my way will make me be afraid. And I can feel it in my bones, yeah, I can feel it in my soul, yeah, I can feel it, no letting go. And I can feel it, it's getting close. I said I can't stand by anymore, looking in from the outside. I know I can hold the fort, they can't keep my hands tied. I need strength.
Welcome to the Lighthouse Theater. Excited to be here for this one. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
About time, too.
It's time now for our tale of the tape. And they'll be faced.
This bout.
A lot of trash talk between these two fighters. Now it's time to... You can't imagine how bad these fighters want to get their hands on each other. Timing beats speed. Speed beats power. That counter punch caught him clean. Nice counter shot. Missed with that jab. A big whiff with the right hook. The audience absolutely... Oh, wait a minute! Terrence Crawford just got rocked. I don't believe what we're seeing here.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Nope, that hook won't score. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Misses with the straight left. Has to be careful for... Very close round with 10 seconds to go. He is down big time on the score.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bo, ring away.
Here we go, it's round 2. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt, you've got to get out there again. Be smart, be sharp. Don't be a fool, don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. A counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Very competitive round here so far.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
You don't want to trade shots. And he just misses with that jab. Well done with that counter shot. The charts action from both of these fighters. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Get your boxing back together.
And there's the bell for round 3. After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab. Rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Perfect counter lands. Good counter punching. That jab doesn't score. And he scores with the counter. Catch and shoot. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Those counter punches have to hurt. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. That counter shot lands. One punch could change everything in this battle. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Well, we're entering desperation mode. Back at it in round 4. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Beautiful counter shot. Perfect counter shot. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. They better start respecting each other's punching power. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than have to.
So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. After what we saw in that last... There's the bell to start round 5. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Straight right just misses. Another scoring shot there. Crawford in trouble.
pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. They'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Straight right just misses. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. At this point, you gotta believe he can't win on the scorecards. Gonna need a knockout.
Let's go.
On to the 6th round. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not clear. Be sharp.
We wanted action, and they are giving us action. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
The straight right just misses. Nice counter shot. This is the kind of fight you expect from two world-class elite middleweights. That jab doesn't find a home. They both want the knockout. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Well, this is the time that the train...
Make mistakes.
And there's the bell for round 7. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is the heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there, and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace, you can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
Good counter punch. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That jab won't score. Beautiful counter punch. There's a counter shot. They've got to use their jab better in this fight. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. They exchange punches. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Wow, it was like two different leagues.
I need you to go back out.
And we enter the 8th round. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
He blocks the uppercut. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. How about that time counter shot? Punch, counter punch. Nice counter. And he misses with that straight left. Nice counter punch. Stamina is off the charts. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Some might have thought it was a little bit closer. I'm Todd Grisham, and not a bad day for a fight. We are live at the Empire Fight Camp. And next to me for the broadcast, the one and only Johnny Nelson.
I feel like
Billy Dibb, the former... And it's... This bout, and of course, we fight... Many said this fight would never happen, and yet, here it is, and here we go. How about that time counter shot? Just misses with that left uppercut. Couldn't land that jab. Open air stadium, blazing sun. What do you think about this?
in such heat, the cornerman needs to be able to do their job. Think about what they're doing. One to cool you down, one to ice you back, one to give you instructions in your head, and one to just calm you to tell you what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. Because that's the most important thing. Forget about the heat. Forget about everything else.
Careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. Time they drop their guard, they get caught. Missing with that jab. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Billy Dibb.
What's he doing?
Here we go, round two. Who's going to land the first big shot? Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight, not yet, not until your senses have come back.
A lot of fighters focus on their defense with their hands up. This fighter focuses on their defense with their footwork, moving on those angles, staying out of danger.
Outside fights create so much unpredictable movement. Move left to right, box forward, box backwards. You don't know if they're going to attack or defend. Nightmare fighters.
Catch and shoot. A perfect counter shot. Jab slightly off target. Nice counter. Billy Dibb is dazed and confused. And down goes Billy Dibb. And it's a one-hitter winner. What a knockout shot. Let's take another look.
You're right, Todd. What?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You are right.
Apparently, it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
We enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. Let's talk about Billy Dibb. Here we go in round three. Who's going to land the first big shot? He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not gonna happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
Can't find a home with that jab. They both want a highlight reel knockout. Beautiful counter punch. There's a counter shot. They exchange punches. Neither fighter willing to slow down. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I gotta respect both of them. More than happy.
Beautiful counter shot. The only fear you have with this lightweight is, has he punched himself out? He misses with that straight left. He threw a punch and just got countered. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Billy Dibb in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
Come on, breathe.
And there's the bell to start round 4. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
That counter punch caught him clean. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. It's all offense all the time. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Well done with that counter shot. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
They are not going to let this one go to the judges. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Billy Dibb in that last round. What would you tell?
I need you to focus on what you're doing.
And there's the bell to start round 5. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Misses with the straight left. Nice counter shot. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Punch, counter punch. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Swing and a miss with that jab. Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Billy.
It lets him back into the fight.
There's the bell to start round 6. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put that pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Blistering hand speed from both of these outstanding lightweights.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain then.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Nice job getting that punch through. That jab not going to score. That counter shot lands. Good counter punching. Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
Some fighters are just gifted. Gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Billy Dibb in that.
Completely.
Here comes round 7. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Holding nothing back here in the round. Can't score with that jab. The perfect counter lands. It's not always about who hits harder. In this division, ring IQ can go a long way.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. They both want the knockout. Nice counter shot. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Billy Dibb in that.
That's the fight that round.
And we enter the 8th round. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skin them, go for speed.
Having a hard time finding a home with that right uppercut. Do you believe what we're seeing? And he scores with the counter. Good counter punch. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations and they throw them non-stop.
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
Nice counter punch. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. No surprise as we get a unanimous.
I don't know what they thought this was, but I come through small.